Here's something you haven't seen before. This beautiful, beautiful piece of walnut with this lovely figure. Now, I say you haven't seen it before, but I did include this. I photographed it, included it into the CGI pre-construction of the guitar. But this is the first time we've seen it in the flesh. Now, it's got lots of figure and it has moved. I'm fairly sure that these edges would have been straight when they were first cut, but they're not now. But it has been stable for a couple of years. It's certainly flat. It's only moved that way, so it should join okay. Our job in this video is to get those edges beautifully straight and square so that we can join them. And for that, something else you've never seen before. This is my new old Stanley Bailey number 7, absolute beast. Same size as the plates, but it looks in pretty good nick. It's probably had a little bit of rust on it at some point because I think somebody's probably cleaned this up somewhat. But it seems to be in pretty good condition, and we're going to give it a go. So yeah, let's get going. I thought I was maybe going to take most of the material away here, but actually looking at this, I think I'd prefer to lose a bit of material there. I think ultimately it doesn't matter that much, but I like to think about these things. I think I'm going to try probably to preserve the wood here and have it join up like that, I guess, rather than like that. Simply because I think it looks better, yeah, coming together that way. I don't think it makes much difference either way, but I think I'll concentrate on this end. Also, as I explained when I was joining the top plates in a previous video, I will be flattening them book matched like that, and that way, if I am very slightly off perpendicular, which I shouldn't be because that's the whole point of using a shooting board like this, it means that when I open the plates back out again, any angle is equal on both plates and they still join up, and they join up flat. Actually, because of the grain direction, I need to be playing that direction, so I will actually turn them over and plane the other way. That way. And that way we're not going against the grain. Unsurprisingly, I'm only taking material off at the very extremes, and I'm not taking much off, which is fine, but I'm going to go a bit quicker. There we go. Actually, I did say I was going to concentrate on this end, didn't I? I have a lovely sharp plane here. This is cutting really rather well. I've got quite a lot to take off though. Yeah, still a little bit of a dip there. Almost there. Let's back the blade off a little bit. continuous? I think it was. Yes. I have a little bit of a high spot in the middle, so you can see from that. Obviously I'm going to take it off here and compare the two together, but there's no point in doing that at the moment when the straight edge is clearly saying I'm high here. Now that corresponds to where the grain changes direction. I don't know whether that means this is going to be a problematic piece of wood, we'll see, but rightly or wrongly I'm just going to play in a little bit in the middle, although I would have thought I should just be able to continue taking straight passes like so. Ah, that's looking much better. It's not quite marrying up here, but it's pretty good for the rest of the length. The problem I've got is that the wood is moving. I think it's quite warm and humid in here, and if you can see the two pieces have moved a bit. They were completely flat. And I'm wondering whether, because of the peculiar grain here, whether this has perhaps pulled away as it moved. I'm going to carry on, but I think before I glue this I might let the whole thing relax and just make sure that it's all okay. But I'll just give it another couple of passes and just see if we can get rid of this bit here, and we'll put it through this way, the other way around of how we had got it. The top plate isn't actually overlapping the bottom plate properly, so I'm having to take material away to realign the plates. Nearly. I think we're there. Hopefully you can see that that is pretty good. So we're ready to glue. Even though the fact that it's relaxed a little bit. We're not quite as warped as we were. But I think I'm going to glue anyway because it'll hold it flat and it can flatten out as it's drying, I guess. This is only a temporary state when it warps like this. It's because we've been in one atmosphere indoors and we brought it in here where it's hot and, I guess, humid. And because we've only had the outside exposed, the outside has expanded and it's caused it to warp very slightly. I think this is purely a moisture thing. Could be thermal, actually. If the outside's heated up, that would also cause the wood to expand. But that will go back okay afterwards. And anyway, if this is the back, it's curving in the right direction. This is my plate joining jig. You've seen this before. There are videos on it. You've seen me join the top plates, so I'm just going to get on with it. And I just realised you haven't been able to see any of what I've just been doing. So we've got the glue spread nicely. quite lined up, I might just try and line the green lines up. There we go. Oh well, I'm going to be sanding this anyway, so any glue on the surface will just all get sanded off, so I'm fine with that. And now we just bind away. This is the most awkward part, but it should all go pretty quickly. Actually, let me just move that way. There's a bit of an unspooling issue going on off the camera. I've got all the rope nicely spooled up, but spool's a bit big. It's not ideal missing the end here like this, but it will work okay. I'll just do an extra couple of turns. And then I can tie it off at the end here. And now we push the wedges in. And this is what really tightens everything together, brings the plates both that way and presses down. Everything's kept in place. I think this is where it all goes wrong at the end, but we'll see. Well, maybe not. I think it might be okay. Checking that everything's together, which it is. That is pretty tight. We'll just leave that for 24 hours. Oops. How do I get this out? There we go. Oh, I've taken some skin off my fingers again. It's all right. I guess I could do a bit of cleanup. That is the back jointed. There is a little bit more scraping to be done. There is a little bit more glue here, though my scraper's blunt. But that's going through the drum sander, so I really only wanted to scrape the excess glue off to stop it gumming up the belt of the drum sander. Maybe I'll give it a little bit more scraping. I might sharpen my scraper. Before I put it through the drum sander, I've got to change the bearings. So I don't know whether people want to see that. Do you want to see me change a bearing? I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.